Well, this is July 23rd. This is Wayne Wizard, a.k.a. Joshua Colden here. That's what serious weather control has been going on. See the picture of the clouds and sky from yesterday on the 22nd. We were supposed to have thunderstorms yesterday here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Well, we didn't get them. Today, they were supposed to be moved on to today. We were supposed to have a 60% chance of severe thunderstorms and didn't get nothing. But anyway, I'm going to show you this quick video today of the radar loop. Okay, I don't know how long this battery's going to hold up for, but hold on a minute here. We'll get this. Anyway, I'm going to get the Deutschest and everything to come out to this. I can get this plugged in because my battery's rapidly dying. It's like as if that they know I don't want you to have none of this on there. But tell you folks, it's serious. It's going on. I was saying about also July being the highest electric bill. Well, on average, a lot of people here throughout Altoona, Pennsylvania, in their areas, probably averaging around $300 electric bills and stuff. Okay. Well, our heat waves that we're having here in PA this year are mild in comparison to the Midwest, from Minnesota all the way down to Texas and down into Mexico. However, been a very unusual year here for sure, but like back here in May, okay, and I've done some various meditations and that in some other groups here. Well, it seems like the gods and goddesses got in their favor that haarp got shut down there for a little while back in May, and we had all them vicious thunderstorms ripping through here, and trees were uprooted and all down and all that. But all that whole thing is nature was biting back, trying to repair itself. Okay. The jet streams and all that, because they can reroute the whole entire jet stream instead of isotone through here. You see my last video on July 18th, when I about fried my eyeballs out the acid rain and all that came down. It's funny now, after doing this documentary on all this, here, a couple days later, we got a bunch of much-needed rain. Okay. Now, I understand they'll try to minimize severe weather and all that here, but in the long run, this higher oil research program is causing stuff to be way, 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 way worse. Okay, them putting all these chemicals in the air is not the answer. Alright, they're going to cause more Alzheimer's diseases from aluminum, beryllium in the upper atmosphere. It's causing, rerouting the whole entire jet stream. We haven't had a winter here since back in the 90s. Alright, that's when we actually had a lot of severe thunderstorms. Myself, I died here back in 94 in the summertime. I got struck by lightning. Okay, here in Altoona, Pennsylvania, I had a homemade satellite dish I had. Picked up a lot of good stations and stuff and whatnot. But yep, this was over the skies yesterday in Altoona, Pennsylvania. All them lines you see there are haarp magnetic waves at work. Say radial shaped clouds that alter the atmosphere. Alright. They can either manufacture storms, of course, or they can blow them completely apart and cause them to flare up somewhere else. Like today, we got one now over here in eastern Pennsylvania that's originally weren't supposed to be even a severe thunderstorm watch over in that area at all. We didn't get no rain at all today, by the way, hardly. A few sprinkles earlier today. But the temperatures went up in the 80s, and yeah, it got pretty hot, but sure. This is where everything's at down there in eastern Pennsylvania now, see? Originally, that was all supposed to be over here. I heard we had an old spider web thing effect earlier. Right there, look. Looks like a dang dragonfly or a fairy or some kind, Yeah, we were supposed to have a 50% chance of severe thunderstorms, but, of course, the haarp up here in Ontario, Canada, is blowing all this stuff apart down here and causing it to get real severe over that way in eastern Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania. Well, it's an ongoing, very, very serious situation, folks, and it's only going to get worse until civilians and Americans stand up. I hope that lady for women's rights out there, and I subscribed to her channel and gone down, and I can't even think of her name, but for women's rights or something like that, I forget who it was, but she was very, very good on her speaking. She's having said about Eisenhower and a bunch of other people joining up out there in Los Angeles, California. Okay, well, it's been very good to get all this out there, but I'll tell you, they're forcing me out of a beautiful state that used to be beautiful up here. They're ruining everything. Okay, just on top of everything else, the conspiracies that's going on around here. On the other side of Brush Mountain, there's a military base where a helicopter, me and my bro, Toymaker, watched land on the other side of the mountain. And it went straight down. We got chased over a mountain camping over near towards Wapsie, okay? They got a place called the Altoona Water Authority up above 30th Avenue here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. It's disguised as a missile. It's actually disguised as, they try to say it's a water company up there. Well, wouldn't you see a water company having a water tower with ventilation shafts on it, okay? The water would be going out the top, for crying out loud, everywhere. I'm going to call them a sense will tell you. They got a camera following you completely around, and then a car comes up out of nowhere. They're protecting something of it. It's a missile silo. I'm all for missile defense, you know, protecting our city and our Commonwealth area and all that here, okay? But there's a missile silo up on the side of that mountain. Alright, now up at the Altoona Area High School, there's a huge ass antenna that's up on top of the high school there that's also sending out 30, lots of watts there through next radar that they can also shear off the atmosphere and amplify, kind of a repeater for HARP. You know how cell phones have repeaters for them, they amplify their signal? Well, they also have repeaters to amplify what they're doing from up in Ontario, Canada for this area, okay? Now, you notice that, I mean, I really, really feel sorry, and many blessings out there to people out from Oklahoma and Texas. It's just so god-awful terrible, it really is. What's going on down there in Texas, Oklahoma, Mexico, New Mexico, all the way to Maine, or not the Maine, Minnesota, rather, I'm sorry. But, you know, we got a little bit more water. We're in the yellow here as a caution-type drought, but it's starting to repair itself here a little bit, so we're not as severe as other states there that's going on. But there's a big block right in the middle of the country, but you know, every time we get a good thunderstorm here, you know, every time there's good lightning strikes, that repairs the ozone layer, produces ozone, okay? Well, them spraying all these chemicals that are supposed to make the atmosphere whiter into the skies and stuff, definitely a big mistake. For one, there's going to be kids with birth defects. God us only knows, and the mother named maiden crone and Radian Corninus and Isis and all of them, they harm my kid. They're going to be wishing they did, and right over there is my fiance there. Going to be having my, probably another daughter, most likely. But a little shot of my room there for YouTube viewers. She's a wrestling fanatic. She's getting ready to watch that. But I'm on here concerned about the American public. People that are out through Pennsylvania, you can't even go camping no more. You'll get chased right off their property. And any mountain here, you own half the mountains now. You can't go out and enjoy nature, you know what I mean? And me being pagan and blessed be Samoda be, I love nature, you know what I mean? How in the world can you go out and enjoy when everything's posted and they own half these mountains and they don't want you to see certain things? There's roads on the other side of Brush Mountain, going down the other side. You go to clean up over the power lines and you make a left and go up that road up there, you'll actually see a government military base. But I recommend nobody go up there because you might not come out alive, okay? Just to let you know this. Being seriously as a heart attack. We have serious situations here going on. Okay, we had way more thunderstorms, and when things came through, at least it was natural back in the 90s, until they fully understood how HARP worked in 1994, and they really started cranking these things up, and 25 more went up throughout the United States and around the world. But we're in the northern tier counties, okay, across the United States. If you're in the northern tier states from across let's say from Minnesota all the way down through Pennsylvania, up through the Great Lakes, up through northeastern Maine, alright? The northeastern countries there. Big time HARP control, weather control. They can re-alter the jet stream and completely make it go the other way. And we haven't had a winter here in years, for one. I mean, of course, part of it, 40% is due to global warming, and 60% is due to the government playing God with HARP. And there's a very serious situation here that's going on, folks. Many blessings to you all out there, and blessed be to all out there, and I hope people really get out here to see this, to realize that, hey, we got a serious problem going on here. This was my buddy saw some fireworks up in Salem, Massachusetts, when they sheared off a severe thunderstorm here, and caused a tornado up for part of New England to occur. When there were people who had to get their boat cruise to Bermuda canceled. So I made it my screensaver. But anyway, I'm going to get down to this one video here and show you a 6-hour radar loop, okay? And just wanted to go into a little brief of the science here. They can re-alter the sort of composition of the atmosphere. They even mess up cell phones. Sometimes we don't even get an internet signal here hardly at all when they're cranking this dang HARP. I mean, they're making it to where I want to move south one of these days. This is getting so ridiculous down here. And I know they get on the more severe end, but I like to do storm chases myself. Okay, here we go.
That's around 4:45, 5 o'clock, 6, 5:30, 6. Looks like a big line's going to develop, right?
Actually, it came straight through.
Apart by 6 o'clock.
Yeah, go back
all
again.
All goes apart. Around 4:45, 5 o'clock, 6, 5:30.
Now pause that. Okay, now you see this big rain shield, and they let that come through in the fall when it'd be less severe thunderstorms occurs. They was trying to develop, they weakened it all down. Should have just at least let the rain come through first, for crying out loud. There's an artificial dry line. This is that beam that always runs down on radar west of Altoona, Pennsylvania right here. You see that? Right there, okay? I can go on to the local radar right now. I know this ain't the best quality here right at the moment, but let's see here. Let me brighten this up a little bit, but yep. No doubt. The last 3 weeks here, every time we wanted to get some good storms and do some good lightning footage on the camera and videotape and put the good storms out there for people to see, it's be getting blown apart before they even reach here in Altoona. Now, it ain't the mountains breaking everything apart. That actually gives a little bit of lift when it's this humid and high humidity, okay, scientifically speaking, okay. Back in the 90s, when they came through, they used to move through like 55, 60 miles per hour and be clearing at the other end of the state, okay. And that, they let them go through. But, I tell you, folks, there's definitely, some pretty, crazy stuff going on here. Like I said, we haven't had a winter here in a long time. Like I said, 40% is due to the government, or due to global warming, and 60% is due to them trying to play God and make it 10 times worse. They think by whitening the skies up, they're going to make this all better. And in actuality, they're not. Unless they're going to try to freeze us to death this winter, but you never know what's up their sleeves there. It's pretty scary because all this control that they can just manifest a storm out of nothing or make one completely disappear, and that by evaporating the moisture or changing solar absorption patterns. You know, when you change high pressure to low pressure, you cause weather changes to take place naturally. Hot air rises, cold air sinks. Okay. I hope people at the Weather Channel go to see this one of these days because it's here it goes.
Like that develop, right? Wrong, blows apart.
Comes out there, look at that, nothing, all clear. There were 50 miles of rain.
Apart, no doubt.
Nothing.
Shear off these thunderstorms. There are only a chance for good severe thunderstorms today. Get sheared off. Time to do some meditation rituals, my friends out here on YouTube. To get these hard people at bay, so we can actually get a couple of natural thunderstorms and a little more water than what we have now.
But, yep, that's what's going on, people. And we had a very, very clear, kind of hot day, but unnatural day. Very terrible situation. Let's see if the weather had the other day. We had all them haarp lines and chemtrails that I was showing you. Now look, nothing. Totally blown apart, no rain at all. They made total liars out of the weather people. They can't get no weather forecast ever right because, that's another thing I got to do here, put aluminum foil around my windows and have special magical stones up there to protect us from the harmful EMF waves that come into this house. Sometimes I get severe headaches and stuff because of it, but I'll tell you, it's amazing, back in the 90s and we actually had snow 3, 4, 5 feet deep. Nowadays, you might get a freak snowstorm 5 inches in October. But, well, blessed be. Many blessings to everybody out there, YouTube viewers. Take care and get this out to people and show it to your friends. It's definitely at work. For some reason, all this military installations and stuff that's around Altoona, Pennsylvania, they don't want people knowing about it and are trying to protect it also because of the high winds that came through in May there when haarp was shut off for a little while. Nature had her way for a little bit, She spoke out, pissed off. She can't blame her, So we'll have a funny time. I have a feeling we're going to get a couple before winter comes here, though.